This Sunday is, of course, the second Sunday in our Lenten journey, and the choir has some mid-century modern prepared for you. I thought that would be the most interesting thing to talk about this week. At the communion, we will be singing a piece that we have sung several times before and may be a little bit familiar. It was by a minor composer. He didn't write a lot of music, but an American composer who taught in college and was active in the mid part of the century, Robert Graham. But it's a setting of words that come from the Elizabethan time, the poet Phineas Fletcher, and it's this really evocative poem, Drop, Drop, Slow Tears, and it's captured the imaginations of many composers over the years. Robert Graham's setting has sort of that mid-century classic sound with these dreamy chords and a flowing organ accompaniment, and the choir moves all together in what we call homophony, where everyone's moving at the same rate in this very expressive setting of those words. At the offertory, we will be singing a piece that's new to us, but certainly not new to Episcopalian audiences. Jerry Hancock was the master of choristers at St. Thomas Fifth Avenue in New York City for well over 33 years. And he really raised the standard of music making in the Anglican tradition in America and became sort of the standard bearer for what we do in our tradition. One of the things that he is well known for is his compositions, as well as his choral training and improvisation and organ literature playing. But his compositions fit a very important piece in his musical personality. And this composition is based on a traditional spiritual, so coming from the Black African-American enslaved people's tradition, and yet he uses this melody of Deep River in a very mid-century sort of New York uptown kind of way, with these beautiful chords and really capturing the yearning that spiritual talks about. And of course, from the tradition, from that ethos of the Black experience here in America, that idea of crossing over Jordan and reaching a homeland had that very obvious double entendre of thinking about heaven, thinking about fullness, thinking about God's love, reaching over that, and then of course reaching freedom in a very, very specific and temporal way as they dealt with being enslaved. And so it's really a very important part of our American heritage, and it's beautiful to see how Jerry Hancock takes that source material, that spiritual, and weaves it into something that is so iconically American, something that we can all participate in as we hunger to cross over into God's presence. So we hope that as you continue your Lenten journey, you will come and worship with us and enjoy some of the great music that we have for you to really reflect on how we all can cross over Jordan and reach God's promise for our lives.